Hey there, what you doing? Let's take a little trip down memory lane. If you're a GenXer or a boomer, you might remember a little guy named Jeeves. Ask Jeeves to be exact. Yeah, the fanciful butler who was supposed to fetch answers for us back in the 90s. But here's the question. Is ChatGPT just a fancier AI-powered version of Ask Jeeves? Or is this something totally different? Let's break it down. Picture this. Back in 1996, the internet was still new. We were all on dial-up and Google wasn't even a thing yet. Instead, we had Ask Jeeves, a search engine where you could type full questions instead of just random words. Back then, what made it so cool was you could ask, what's the best way to bake a cake instead of just typing cake recipe? Jeeves, the digital butler, made it feel like you were talking to someone smart. It pulled answers from a curated list of websites, meaning real people helped organize what you saw. But let's be real. Jeeves had limits. It couldn't actually think, it just pointed you to a website. The answers were hit or miss depending on what sites were in its database. Then Google came along and, well, Jeeves quietly retired.
Okay, see you later, bye-bye.
Now, let's fast forward to today. Instead of Jeeves, we've got ChatGPT, an AI that doesn't just find answers, it actually creates them on the spot. So what makes ChatGPT different? It understands and responds like a human, not just a list of links. It generates answers, writes articles, and even brainstorms ideas. Instead of relying on preset database, it pulls from a massive amount of information. And get this, it can remember details within a conversation. But let's be fair, ChatGPT has its own quirks. It doesn't browse the internet in real time unless you're using a connected version, and sometimes it hallucinates, which means that it makes up answers that sound convincing but aren't actually true. And also, it lacks personality unless you customize it. I mean, ChatGPT could have a butler personality, but let's be honest, it wouldn't look nearly as dapper as Jeeves. Now, let's take a side-by-side comparison of both Ask Jeeves and ChatGPT. So, Ask Jeeves, it understands full questions and it has a personality. Jeeves, he had charm. And ChatGPT, well, it understands full questions, it provides direct answers, it learns and improves over time, it creates original content, and, it has a personality if you design it that way. And it does use real-time internet if it's connected. Alright, so why does this matter? If you're skeptical about AI, let me put it to you this way. If you've used Ask Jeeves back in the day, you've already experienced the early versions of AI-driven search. ChatGPT is just an evolution of that idea. It's like Ask Jeeves on steroids, but without the bow tie. If you liked how Jeeves made searching easier, then you'll appreciate how ChatGPT gives you direct answers without the hunt. If you were skeptical of search engines deciding what information you saw, ChatGPT isn't perfect either, but it's a tool, not a replacement for thinking. If you ever felt left behind by tech, AI, like ChatGPT, is actually making things easier. It's like having a personal assistant that can write, brainstorm, and simplify anything. Alright, well, that's it for today. If you've gotten any value from this, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Please hit the like or subscribe button or just send us a mental high five to help boost the energy of our creator behind the scenes. Until next time, see you inside AI.